Good morning, everybody. Jeff Kirby here, Philly Mummer Costumer, JMK Costuming and Show Design. Uh, we're just going to talk this morning for a little bit. A few months back, I'd say January, probably right after the new year, I put up a little series of Mummers Marketing where I discussed some things that would really help the parade. One of those being the Mummer the different associations need to come back together, right? Right now, everything's so split, and nobody knows where to look. And even with social media, it's all over the place. Anyway, one of the examples I gave was the new marketing plan for NASCAR. Now, I got some comments saying, "Oh, you're comparing apples to oranges, and why are you talking about NASCAR and all this stuff?" Right? I wasn't talking about NASCAR. I was talking about marketing and what NASCAR was doing. And I'm bringing everything back full circle right now for a reason. NASCAR has been struggling for years, decades, struggling. NASCAR was really popular in the '80s, sellouts. And then when that was sold out, if there was a hill by the track, people were stacked up on the hill watching the races. Ratings were high. Then things started to change within the operations of NASCAR, and NASCAR died. So what's happened is this year in particular, NASCAR started listening to the fans again, made a lot of changes. They're changing the way that the car runs. They've implemented a new points system, which makes it more interesting. The point system makes the racing better. They're going back to older tracks. Just this past Sunday, they went back to North Wilkesboro for the first time. They had a points race there. They've had the last two All-Star races there. That was the first time they went back. But this was the first points race since 1996. They're listening and they're implementing into their operations what the fans are saying. And not only the fans, but kind of what the drivers are saying as well. Why am I talking about this? The Mummers need to start listening to the fans. It was real interesting. With my work, I get to listen to whatever I want to listen to and get to learn and absorb different things. One of the podcasts I had on the other day, there was an old driver. He was actually a stunt driver too, for movies. But he was still involved in NASCAR. And he took his granddaughter, to the Darlington race. Now, we were at the Darlington race. I made a video at Darlington. I could not believe the amount of people that were there, the excitement that was going. Like, there was a big energy at Darlington, out in the fan zone. I made a video. If you go back, you'll see it. It was just electric. It was crazy, unreal experience. But he brought up Darlington, and he was talking about how he was telling his granddaughter, you see everything that's going on right now. This is what the old days were like. It was packed. It was mobbed. And there was so much going on. Everybody was having a good time. And he said he hadn't experienced that type of environment at a NASCAR race in decades. Why? Because they're listening now. So I'm not talking about NASCAR. I'm using NASCAR to talk about marketing. I have people who reach out. This is the great thing about this platform. I have so many people that reach out to me behind the scenes. They ask me questions, and some of them are telling me that when they try to engage on the String Band Association page, their messages are being deleted. You can't do that. You can't learn that way. The String Band division has been trending downward for years. Big changes need to be made. My opinion, you got to go back to what it was. That's what people like. You've got to make it a parade again. You've got to bring the back pieces back again. You need to bring back string band music. I'm not saying playing Alabama Jubilee in your theme, but music people understand and can feel. That 80s and 90s music, it was power, and you felt it. And that's not the case anymore. And when I talk to like drill directors, music directors, I tell them you have to write. It's a conversation. you have to write as if you're out front as a spectator, because when you're in it, you're not understanding what's being communicated. Trigger warning: the smaller band should not be playing runs. It's not a full sound, and you're hurting yourself. You should be playing bigger and bolder type of music to make your band better, and then you'll grow, and then you can start doing those things. There's 2 to 3 bands at the top that can pull off all those runs because they've got a full ensemble. They know how to play it. They know what sections need to lay back and who. Anyway, the whole idea here is NASCAR has been listening to their fans. They've been selling out track after track after track. Ratings are way up. Merchandise is through the roof. Engagement is through the roof. And I just, this has come full circle in 6 months. The importance of engagement and listening to the audience and then implementing those ideas into reality will turn things around. So maybe this is a little bit of Wednesday wisdom from the Curbman, but thanks for tuning in. Hopefully this message reaches the right people with an open mind, and maybe you want to make the right changes, because Mummers, it's the greatest tradition, I believe, in the world, and it's got to come back. But it's going to take everybody. It's going to take everybody to do it within the associations themselves, the divisions themselves. We've got to remove the division, right? You got to come together and make this thing one big spectacle of a day for not only Philadelphia but for the world. So have a great day. Enjoy the rest of the week. We'll be posting. So stick around. If you haven't hit the follow button already, please hit the follow button. And we'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye.
Now it's my time to shine.